Hi there, my name is Stanley Steen from Team Deberoo, and in this video we are going to review the push ads platform called PushGround. So let's dive in.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.
Alright, here we are on the homepage of PushGround, and in this video we are going to review their push ads platform. So we're going to start by taking a look at their homepage, see if we can get some intel on the kind of traffic that they have, the geos that they have, and maybe even some specific verticals that they promote best in. And then we are going to take a look at the inside of PushGround and see if we can create a push ads campaign. So a lot to discuss. Let's dive straight in. So here we are on the homepage. Traffic that drives results is what we get to see. Boost your marketing performance with PushGround's leading ad network, offering high quality ad traffic across two proven ad formats, which are push ads and in-page push ads. 1.3 billion daily available impressions, 3 million daily clicks, and a $0.001 minimum CPC. All right. Discover why more advertisers trust PushGround to scale their marketing efforts. Let's see, instant approvals, team of experts, volume to scale. All right, auto optimization. All right, so then we have the push notification ads and the in-page push ads. What experts say, global reach. Oh, all right, check out our global CPC. All right, pretty cool. So they have a huge file, which is great, and they separate it on desktop and mobile as well, with all the information of the daily impressions available, the average cost per click, the maximum bid, the average CTR, and the competition, which is pretty useful that we get to see all these insights. Because this way, for example, if you want to promote in France, you can see how many daily impressions are available and all the other information that you might need before choosing your ad exchange. All right, so good stuff. I like it. I like that they have that. Let's log in and let's take a look at the inside of PushGround. So here we are. Whoops, let's get rid of this. And right here we can create a campaign. So let's go ahead and do exactly that. Perfect. All right, so first things first, we want to give our campaign a name. It's best to enter like an offer name or anything like that so that you know for sure that you're able to track it down which campaign it is. All right. For now, I'm just going to call it Deberoo. Then we have the tracking URL. So this is going to be your campaign URL. Let's just use this one for now. The conversion tracking postback. So you'll get that right here. Enable the platform to track ROI. That is fine. Labels. So we can label our campaign. So for example, if we want to split all the different verticals and this is a sweepstake offer, we might say sweepstakes. All right. So that way you label all your campaigns in the right vertical or whatever you like to label it for, right? So type in sweepstakes and then click on create sweepstakes to add it. I'm going to delete it for now. And then we have the category. Okay, so here we can say which vertical it is. Very useful. So you can enter your own labels and you can also select the category in which you are promoting, right? So basically the vertical that you're promoting. Then we have the formats. So we have push ads, which is on a CPC basis, and calendar push ads, which I'm not familiar with. So let's check it out. Before testing our new calendar push format, please keep in mind that this format is still in our beta testing phase, meaning that there are limited countries available and possibilities of large overspend up to 3 times your daily budget, with clicks coming up to 3 days after the delivery. It has a very high CPC compared to push, reaching as high as $20, $30, that area in tier 1 geos. The traffic is iOS only, with any fraudulent traffic being filtered by optics security. It works best with iOS apps, antivirus, cleaners, and VPN offers. All right, so that's good to know. But I kind of want to know a little bit more about the style, I guess. All right, so it looks like it's a actual calendar push ads. So let's check it out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Subscribe to the calendar. So they need to subscribe first. You may be exposed online. Use VPN to fix it. All right, so they will get a calendar notification with our message, which is pretty cool. One new message. And then, of course, the link is right here. So when they open the Google appointment, basically, they will see the URL, which is going to be our campaign URL. And in the notes right here is our description. So this is obviously a adult ad. One new message, Kelly, Kitty, I'm lonely, wanna chat. All right. And then the user can click on this link and they will go to our landing page. All right. Quite interesting, Cool. So let's go with the classic push for now, but it's cool to know that they have this beta with the calendar push ads, which is quite cool. All right, so we have these sub formats. We have the classic push notifications or the in-page push notifications. Let's keep them both on for now. Suggestion from team: split test campaigns when using different formats. Performance and CPA can be very different. So that is a very good suggestion, and I indeed suggest the same thing. If you want to launch one campaign with both push and in-page push, then it's best to basically duplicate the campaign, one on classic push and one on in-page push, all right? For now, we are gonna go with classic push. Then we have the targeting. So right here, you can select the country that you want to target, that you want to promote in. So let's say we indeed want to promote in France, all right? Then we have the carriers. All right, so by default, you will target all carriers, but right here you can select specific carriers that you want to target. There are only 5 here, which makes me question, aren't there any more carriers in France? I don't know, so we'll leave it to all for now. And later on, we might want to target on specific carriers if we have some more data, right? Then we have the network type. So mobile, internet, or Wi-Fi connection, you can basically target on that as well. But the same thing with the carrier. I like to have some data before I start optimizing on network type. And the same goes not for device. I thought these were like the device brands, but this is the device, the regular device. So do you want to run desktop, smartphone, or tablet? We're going to go with smartphone. Suggestion: split test campaigns when targeting different devices. Performance and CPA can be very different. All right, so indeed, if you want to test this on mobile and desktop, it's best to split it over 2 campaigns. So another good suggestion from their team. We're going to stay with smartphone. Then we have the operating system. So we have Android and Windows Phone. In case you want to target just one of the 2, you can just select it. And can we select the versions as well? Android versions, yes. Did we select Android? Yeah. All right. So what happens if we do Windows? We do not get an option to select the specific Windows versions. However, we are able to select specific Android versions. All right, so we'll leave it on all for now. Browsers include, they're currently all included, but we can select specific browsers if we want to. And then we have the advanced targeting. So regions, so we can include or exclude specific regions, which seems to be impossible for France. Don't know why, but we can include specific cities, no options. Okay, so can we do Paris? Whoops. Paris. It's loading. Let's see if this works. In case we want to exclude or include Paris, right? Or any other city in France. Loading takes a while. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we can include or exclude specific cities, but by default, all cities are included. Then the languages, so these are the browser language settings, and we're going to set that on French. By the way, this is pretty cool. Your targeting reaches 60% of the traffic. So what happens if we remove French? It's still 60, right? That makes sense. All right, let's get it back in there. Android versions, like I said, you can select specific versions right here. And then we have the device names. And we can't do anything with that, it seems like. So the device names, we can't target on that. Then we have the schedule, so we can select specific days or specific hours that we do or do not want to run. But I like to start out 24/7 and get some data on the days and times that seem to be working or not. So I need to generate some data first. Then we have the IP whitelist, so you can select a IP address or a range of IP addresses that you want to whitelist. Traffic type, so we have mainstream and adult. If you have an adult offer, obviously just select adult, that's it. In any other case, you might want to do both or just mainstream, depending a little bit on what kind of offer you're promoting. We're going to go with mainstream for now. So we lost about 7% of the traffic by not selecting adult. Campaign reach. To start, higher quality traffic with reduced volumes, ideal for testing new campaigns. Or to scale, reach larger audiences with your campaigns, ideal for scaling proven campaigns. All right, so this is very nice. So they have the higher quality traffic at lower volumes to start. So you can test your campaigns with this. And as soon as you have optimized it and you know that your flow is definitely working and converting, then you want to scale. So then you want to have higher volumes. And the quality can be a little bit less because we already have a flow that's proven to convert. So we don't need the highest quality traffic anymore to stay profitable. So now we just want more volume. So then would be the great time to add the scale reach, basically. All right. For now, we're going to turn that off. By the way, if you put the scale reach on, it goes to 64, and without, it's 53%. So it's about 10%, 11% extra reach, which you get when you select the scale. If we only have scale, it's only 11%. So the majority of the traffic is still in the higher quality with so-called reduced volumes. All right, so it still has the biggest volume in the higher quality traffic, which is fine. So we're going to start with that. Then we have the audience. All right, so user freshness group. Time passed since the users allowed to receive push notifications. So they specify it in hours even, which is great. So we can select specific users that, for example, have subscribed to these push notifications within 1 hour. All right. So can we deselect them all? Yeah. Let's see how much traffic we have within 1 hour. 0%. Within the first 2, still. First 6 hours is going to be 2% of the traffic. All right, we're going to select all for now, maybe except this one, 60 plus. That's still the majority of the traffic. So let's keep that on. That's fine. Let's leave it all on, and maybe we can even get some data on this so that we can start improving on it. Then we have the frequency capping, IP impressions. IP by impressions, I'm sorry. So how many impressions can one IP address get per 24 hours? So you can turn it completely off, or it can be 1 impression, 2 impressions, or 3 impressions per 24 hours. I'm going to go with the middle. I'm going to go with 2 impressions. Whitelist and blacklist. So right here you can enter your whitelist or blacklist by supply ID or by site ID, which is basically source is the supply ID and the target is the site ID. And then we have the bid and the budget. So the CPC bid is currently set at $2.4. That is the average bid as well. The top bid is 20 cents, $20, and the minimum bid is 1/10 of a US dollar cent. All right, so this is the average bid that we have right here, 2.4 cents. So if we up this to like 2.8, for example, then we're nowhere close to that top bid, but we're just above average, giving us slightly more traffic than the average media buyer that's on PushGround. All right. Then we have the daily budget. So the daily budget is a minimum of $20 with the available funds of, okay. So you obviously need to have funds on your account first, but let's ignore that for now. The daily budget is minimum $20. Let's go with 50. Nope, that's not possible. 20. Okay, I cannot enter anything here. So you would have to do a top up before you can enter your daily budget and before you can create your campaign. Then we have the budget distribution. So with Accelerated, it will try to spend your daily budget as soon as possible. Meaning that if it's possible, if your bid is high enough and there's enough traffic, you can spend your daily budget just in the first 1 or 2 hours of your campaign. That is possible. All right. However, it might not be ideal for your data because you're now only generating data for the first couple of hours of the day and you've got no clue how well the afternoon, for example, is performing on your campaign. So instead, you might want to switch it over to Smooth, where it will basically distribute your daily budget over a 24-hour period, giving equal distribution to each and every hour of the day. All right, so that is preferably, that's better. Then we have the creatives. So we have an icon, a title, a description, and an optional image as well. Quite nice. Let's go to Canva and let's start with this icon. So it's a squared image between 192 by 192 up to 500 by 500. Let's just go with 192 by 192. And we're just going to drop some picture in here just for the sakes of this example campaign. There we go. Download it. Perfect. Let's drag it in here. Looks all good. All right, so let's give it a title. Whoops. I do not know how many characters we get. Nope, I got no clue. All right, doesn't say. The description. And then we have the optional image. So the optional image is going to be 512 by 256. 512 by 256. Let's go. And we're just going to do the same thing here, just a random photo. There we go. All right, let's go back to PushGround, drop this in here. Oh, right here we can see the creative specification. So perhaps we can see, there we go. So the title, you have 36 characters when you're using PushGround. And for the description, it's quite long, is 80 characters. So the title is a little bit short, on the shorter side. We've definitely seen some push platforms where we have more characters for our title. However, the description is quite long, 80 characters. So we have plenty of characters to explain a little bit more in the description. The title has to be quite short though. All right, so now that we have uploaded everything, let's continue. Auto optimization by creativity. Direct traffic to best performing creatives. So the AI optimization works correctly if you track conversions. All right. So you can add multiple creatives, of course. And if you do so, like this one, for example, the AI will basically work to take a look which of your creatives is best performing. And once it's figured that out, it will spend the majority of the traffic and they will send it to the best performing creatives. All right. So if you're just testing out your campaign, you might want to turn this off to make sure that you get enough data on all of these different creatives. However, it might help you to do some extra optimization. Personally, I like to have full control myself. I will make sure that I get enough data and then I will take a look at my ICTR to see which ads are best performing. However, if you do not have much time or you're not as experienced or you feel like you don't want to do it yourself, whatever, feel free to use the auto optimization tool. Then we have the automatic rules. Use custom optimization rules to effortlessly manage your campaigns. Create rules that can automatically check and change your campaigns. All right, so we can add a rule. Let's see what it looks like. If the campaign ROI is lower than 20% and the clicks is higher than 1 million, for example, that's quite high actually, let's say 10,000, within the last 7 days, for example, then pause every 4 hours. So check every 4 hours, all right? So this way you can create rules, automatic rules that will basically optimize for you following the rules that you set for this campaign. And as you can see, you have quite some options. So you can do it on campaign, supply, site ID, or freshness level. And you can do it on ROI, CPA, clicks, deliveries, conversions, won rate, CTR, conversion rate, and spend. So you've got quite some options right here. Within the time frame is also a huge amount of options. Then pause or resume, but also increase bid and decrease bid and increase budget are options for the automated rules, which is pretty amazing. All right, let's delete this for now. But it's good to know that we have these automatic rules. And then on the right, we will get a campaign summary. All right, so you will get all the targeting, the formats, traffic type, reach and audience, the bid and the daily budget that you've set. And then right here is the status. So after approval, which goes pretty quick at PushGround, do you want your campaign to go active right away? Or do you want to keep it paused until you say that you're ready to go? We're going to go with the latter. And let's save this. Perfect. So our campaign has been added successfully, which is awesome. So let's see if we can actually see it in here. Let's check. No stats. That's a new campaign. It's probably at the top. Just want to make sure that everything is saved correctly. Active campaigns. Oh, okay. Here we go. Show all past campaigns. And there it is. Perfect. So we have created our very own push ads campaign inside of PushGround, a pretty nice platform. They gave you a lot of insights on, for example, the amount of traffic that they have in specific geos and the recommended bids as well as the average bids on those specific geos. And even while you're doing the targeting, you can see the percentage of traffic that you can still reach with your targeting settings, which makes it very easy to say whether you're too specific with your targeting or whether you're still good. All right. And then also some amazing tools inside the campaign creation. For example, the auto optimizer, but definitely also the rules, which you can definitely use to automatically optimize your campaign with the rules that you have preset. All right. So it's not an algorithm or a machine that is basically doing your campaign and improving your campaign. Nope, it's just a machine that is improving your campaigns on your rules. So it's still your rules. However, you don't have to check the data every 24/7 because these rules will do that automatically for you. In regards to the targeting, I felt like some things were missing, so we weren't able to target on specific devices. For the carriers, it seemed like not all carriers were in there. So targeting wise, not every option is available, but it's still pretty good. And then they have that awesome new feature, the push calendar ad. All right, so it's still in beta, so we will have to see how it will roll out and how it will perform, of course, as well on those iOS devices where we can send push messages as a calendar event, basically. So we'll have to see what that will look like and if it's gonna get any results. But for the regular classic push and the in-page push, it looks like a very decent platform, very useful indeed. And I also like the fact that they split those two, the traffic types. So they have to test and they have to scale. To test is a little bit higher quality traffic but lower volume, they say. And to scale is higher volume but a little bit less quality. However, if we looked at the specific country of France, it seemed like the quality audience to test is a bigger audience than the to scale audience with a lower quality. So even though the to scale should have higher volume, we have actually more volume in the higher quality traffic. So but that also might mean that their traffic quality is just too good, so that the majority of the quality, the majority of the traffic has so high quality that it's in those to test niche. All right. However, I do like the fact that they split that up, and perhaps that's going to be different for every geo, most likely. All right. So that is going to be that's going to be it for the PushGround ads review. But no worries, because of course, like usual, there will always be more to come. So I will just catch you next time. And until then, peace out.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.